12. Washington State at USC. USC, I'm seeing 3.5 right now. We'll come right back to you, big man. You like the Trojans here laying just more than a field goal?
No, I don't. I don't think this is a very good football team. Frankly, I didn't think they were top 25 coming into the season. I think we just anoint them top 25 because they're USC. They have some growing pains right now. JT Daniels will be a fine quarterback down the road. You usually think in a game like this, they use their athleticism and their talent to just beat a Washington State team. But frankly, look, Washington State's a team that people struggle against. They have a new quarterback, but he's not really missed a beat. The third in total defense in the entire country. I know that has to do with who they played, but under Tracy Claeys, they've been very good on defense. I always expect Mike Leach to come in and throw in a wrinkle that we normally haven't seen. This is a tough game because I would like to get a few more points here. You know, if I was getting maybe 7.5, I'd probably be all over Wazoo, but 3.5 is kind of that number where it's not too many points. You really just need to win by a touchdown, 4 points, whatever. You would think USC can handle this spot, but I wonder how good this team really is. I'm not running to the window to bet. I would actually lean over here. I think Washington State will give up some points finally. They're finally playing a better opponent that can move the ball. And if you look at last week, Washington State did give up some points and some yards to Eastern Washington. I expect both teams to score points in this game. I'm going to be waiting on a total in this one.
Okay. Kelly, do you agree with them? You think there's value in the total or maybe on the underdog on the road here?
Yeah, you know, it's hard to back a team that's 0-3 against the spread, especially when playing a team that's 3-0 against the spread. I do like Mike Leach and what he's been able to do at Washington State. I'm really glad I didn't try to make a case for USC last week against Texas. It looked good for them early on, and then Texas absolutely throttled them in the second half. I just don't see anything positive to say about this USC team. I guess that's part of the problem. Like Big Man said, maybe in the future they're going to have it. But, yeah, no, they should never be top 25. Every year they're probably the most disappointing team in college football. Until further notice, I don't think I can back them. I'm not saying I'm going to rush to bet against them. But, yeah, Big Man's assumption on the over makes the most sense. Neither team here is playing a ton of defense. And, as you know, Washington State always keeps it up tempo. I think this could be one of those over games. Obviously, there's no total out yet, but I wouldn't be surprised to see this one in the mid-70s.
Yeah. Go ahead, big man.
Yeah, Drew, I just wanted to point out, I mean, I think Kelly makes a good point with the type of offenses you're going to have here are more inclined to pass. I mean, Washington State basically abandons the run every season. They have no interest in running the ball. And, you know, you look at USC, I mean, they've thrown for almost 300 yards in 2 of their 3 games. I'd expect for them to move the ball through the air. I think both these teams are kind of just going to battle back and forth. Minshaw's come in a bit. He hasn't missed a beat for Washington State. It's hard to not look towards a total here. I mean, USC is a team that I think will have some fun against that Washington State defense as well. 2 units that haven't necessarily seen vaunted passing attacks. I think they will this week.
And big man, Minshaw, he's a redshirt senior, correct?
Yep, he came over from Eastern Carolina. It was really a great pickup for Mike Leach because obviously he had that terrible suicide, and you needed someone that could come in and run this offense. And he's kind of the perfect candidate for them. It's a lot of check downs and over the middle. They just abandon the run, and that's what Mike Leach likes to do. So yeah, I think he's a guy that fits them well.
Kelly, a handicapping question for you. So we got a true freshman quarterback versus a fifth-year senior quarterback. Do you ever bring that into account and think that maybe the market isn't kind of in tune with that?
It's not so much that the market isn't in tune, but it also depends on who you're hearing about the most. Like, who do you hear about when you turn on ESPN or Fox Sports, and you don't hear about Washington State's quarterback that often. You're hearing a ton about Daniels. You're hearing a ton about Kyler Murray. You're hearing a ton about Tua. You know what I mean? So when you have these bigger name quarterbacks, whether they're living up to the hype or not, I think that tends to sway maybe the public in one way or another. To me, having a fifth-year senior quarterback says a lot, especially with experience. They make a lot less mistakes, and they're honestly usually more fundamentally sound. So I think, to me, that is a little bit you have to take into consideration here. But like Big Man Sam, this line is a little short, so it makes me a little wary and initially to bet it. Maybe by Saturday I'll get, or maybe what? Sorry, this is a Friday game. Maybe by Friday I'll get the guts to actually pull the trigger.
If you're a quarterback, Drew, this is the offense you want to play in. I mean, you're going to have big numbers. You're going to throw the ball 55 times a game. This is the offense you want to run in. And Minshew is just that prototypical player for this offense.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to our channel. Now, we've put a lot of work into producing all these free videos, so please help us out and keep all our content free for you forever by simply liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Now, not to mention, a visit to our industry-leading website will warm the hearts of all our SBR employees, especially myself. Now, the links are over there to the left, so do check those out. Thanks for watching.